Hello everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003 and today we're playing Honkai Star Rail. In the last episode, we had a discussion with Lygus. He basically lore dumped, and the thing is that Amphorius is a simulation, or was something akin to a simulation. And what Lygus is trying to do is to use this simulation to create a being that will destroy the cosmos. This being called Iron Tomb. And to do that, and to defeat Iron Tomb, first we have to sift through all of Finan's memories to help him understand what it means to be the World Bearer. Because the trial is a little bit unique in the sense that it's never ending. So, now we pretty much went all the way back to the beginning, and we're just kind of going through Finan's memories and seeing how everything began. Anyways. Good. Goodness, we own lag. Shit's fine. Let's switch to Finan, aka Kazlana. Let's see where the story takes us. And with 4.0 on kind of the horizon, it's even more important that we burn through the story as quickly as we can. So I'm going to be streaming Star Rail pretty much every week. Which I've been doing anyway, in an attempt to get fully caught up. I think we're doing a pretty good job. Bless you. You're welcome. Almost there. Almost loaded. I should have started the stream off when I was already in the finance point of view. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Okay, there we go. So with this,
Light up the dark.
just... Oh, yep. Okay, so it's basically Akron, but stronger. Is what that does.
Light up the dark.
Follow Hycillans. Alright. Let's do that.
Oh. Nice moves.
Thanks.
Light up the dark.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Definitely. Which is why I'm erasing them before they do
Light up
anything.
the dark.
Okay, there.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those tall than her bend beneath her crown.
Do a little bit.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Lux Goldweaver. Little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
Hey, they're alive.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Ceridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
I guess.
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fight. So remember this, Lady Hysealens. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Okay, cool. I was kind of getting ready for combat.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
Oh, it's this again.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew.
Okay, that actually went different than what I imagined. I thought it was gonna be like the questioning thing that Aglaya had us do towards the beginning of Amphorius.
Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Ceridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the flame chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clear. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
So I'm guessing he failed to change Amphorius' fate. That's all I could really gather from that.
people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again.
I wonder if this bit is referencing the story of Sisyphus. It's kind of what it's reminded me of.
After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Eternal Recurrence number 1. Subject Kaslana persuaded the 12 Chrysos heirs to recover all 12 core flames in a peaceful way. After verification, the unauthorized access did not have a substantive impact on the experimental process. Life cycles of the 12 heirs were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Kaslana regressed the extrapolation process, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind function. So, he did something. It's the first devastating failure.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky, and everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble Titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me.
That sounds good. Looks like I can already see black tide monsters over here, so looks like I know where we're going.
We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you? Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Oh, hi, Cypher.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, Whitehair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
Not exactly empty in Finance case. At this point, you could probably end the world by breathing.
Gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue.
Oh, hello, Bartolos. But yeah, sorry for being so silent. I've been a little bit too locked into the quest, but I forgot that part of my job as a content creator is to commentate on what's going on. Not just show what's going on. Oh, don't you even think about it, Bartolos.
That was close. I'm out of here.
I know just what to do here. The Spirit Thief is a self-proclaimed well-known master thief across the Emporius. They enjoy stealing treasures others are just about to obtain and vanishing into the void with the stolen goods. They tend to leave a coin of whimsy and mockery in the aftermath. The only thing that can punish them is Ornyx's power. When near a coin of whimsy, use the whirlwinding powers provided by Ornyx's power upon the fissures the thief escapes through to get the Spirit Thief to come back. Blah blah blah. While the Spirit Thief is in the special zone, release the button to end the praying. Then press the button and hold when they are prepared to bring the Spirit Thief to death. Yeah, we know how to do this. We've done it before.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known.
Yep.
Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Ornyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Cool. Partly because Buzz, right?
Where are you going?
Ah.
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zagreus. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
$134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
Over 1,000? Hold up. 134 cycles.
And that's proof enough.
12 core flames.
But someday
Yeah, once he
will
finishes
burn to the ground.
the 134th cycle and successfully gets all 12 core flames, he's gonna be at 1,608.
The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind
Jeez.
me.
That is a lot.
But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing. This is the final warning.
I suggest taking it, Chief.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
I like those odds.
Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Oh, well, here we go. Almost an hour into stream and we finally get combat. At long last. At long last, we get to mess around with fighting in combat.
Cat-eared thief, run! Go
Wow, we are lagged out. I think my ping's pretty high. Jeez, 84. Alright, so I need to hit you with a skill. Yeah, that should work.
Future.
We can deal with just by ourselves.
I like the fact I'm dealing with so much lag right now is just not helping. At all. Basic attack. Got it.
No other choice but forward.
Basic attack. Else. Alright, that means I won't be able to hurt you just yet.
I'm fine.
Help. Skill.
I'm fine.
Cool, this will destroy it.
Tomorrow.
Just in time. I'm not gonna waste it.
Future will come.
I'll see if I can save it for later. Because, yeah, using Finance ults when you're that close to ending it is just no waste. Or using anyone's ults when you're that close is a waste. Because all that energy could be better used somewhere else.
my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over
and over again.
and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
Jeez, cold.
This reason core flame before us is a fake, obvious as day.
Oh.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning,
Yet so,
yet so naive.
Also notice how his name is Kazlana now. It's no longer Finan.
Since you've witnessed
The
the
Finan
same
that we
scene play
that we
out
once knew
countless
was
times, tell me,
no more.
will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
Violent.
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Yeah, what is going on?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of.
And that is.
Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now.
Messiah
Aren't they?
complex.
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. becoming this world's deliverer.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change. Make your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me. Even if it's futile, we all have the right to choose.
Now what will Cypher choose is the question.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own two legs, you will witness. Even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
Well, the thing is, one of my friends just started at Amphorius,
Reduced to
which is
ashes.
probably why you're not seeing a certain someone in chat.
Such a familiar end. It happens in every
So,
journey.
they're not watching any more of my Star Wars streams
Always
until
the
they're
same.
caught up, which I already warned them is going to take a while. Because Amphorius' story is long and sad. Eternal Recurrence number 134. Subject Kazlana's 103rd attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Decision wait for avoid sacrifices of past companions approaching 0.00018. Over synchronicity risk detected. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence. Subject Kazlana regressed to the extrapolation process. Oh gosh. Eternal Recurrence 5297. Subject Kazlana's 5266th attempt to breach the Scepter's core layer has failed. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heirs terminated in sequence with a trend of acceleration noted. Subject Kazlana regressed to the extrapolation process. Note, subject's strategy is now nearly identical to Eternal Recurrence number 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Also, his mental state is just gone. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. I don't want to. Oh, that's awful. Oh, here we go. Occurrence 12398. Fail. 23779. Failed. 46645. Fail. 71243. Fail. 80,023. Failed. 95,575. Failed. 108,641. fail. Eternal recurrence 108 642. Or 108,642. Alright.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side, every time since, it always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
I'd assume not, given how mighty it is.
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human, or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the King
Kremnoan Legion will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the Flames of Strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means... there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And it will not end till death.
It's time to temper myself. I'm fine.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
As you wish. Oh, glory. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Sun tear the sky. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Branded with strife. I'll never yield to fate. Empty shell. So without substance. Hail the new dawn. Feel the scorching hatred. Empty shell. Is that all?
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of
mighty as a titan. That was a little horrifying. Just a bit.
In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
Yep.
Deliverer, I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant land. The blaze was still not
I was just kind of
enough.
digging through my bag.
It had to be fed. Even if it meant burning this body to ash.
I'm guessing we're going to be doing something similar to what happened before. For goodness sakes. Okay, there we go. What's gonna happen here? Oh, we're in the millions now.
No
Faster.
matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding. A sun like that surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
That's what I'd assume.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth.
Somber.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
I'm kind of curious on that too.
$24,041,183.
Whoa. Hello. That is
Such a
a
heavy
lot.
burden.
That is.
So that's why you turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
Goodness gracious me.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
Why?
As
When
long
you do that to
as
yourself.
you hand
That's a rhetorical question. I know why he's doing this.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future will never again suffer unnecessary death.
Unnecessary death. Indeed, you are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
Something tells me Finan is gonna refuse and we're gonna have to fight Casterus.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful. I know I am not your match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethely cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths. What?
to temper myself. The future will come. I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire.
Keep it here. All of this. How is it any different from that little future?
Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Rend it with strife. The flames are not strong.
Alright. But yeah, looks like we are indeed fighting Casterus.
Empty shell.
Which is kind of what I figured. Did we do a weakness implant when we activated our ult?
The flames are not strong.
69, nice.
Sun tear the sky. All stars burn to ash. Feel the scorching hatred.
Sweltering sun doesn't fall until it burns out. I think what that means is that once we activate Finance Burst, it'll stay active until either we until we hit, kill the enemy, or until the enemy kills us.
Even if I can't win, I must try. Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
But yeah, part of me is kind of sorry that I'm not talking as much, but also part of me just kind of feels like it's very fitting because it's a very somber quest. So I'm just realizing that's kind of getting dark. Where's my thing?
A core flame of death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame.
Yeah, there we go. Now you guys can see me a little better.
It should shine upon all, light the path ahead, and illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames.
Jeez.
As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Alright, for the sun is set to die. So, yeah, we're in quest 3 of 4. Hero, ignite that primal sun. One, two, three, four. So depending on how quickly we get through this, we might be able to get Finan's focus quest done today. And then afterwards, I believe, is Saridra. Yeah, we're hitting the home stretch, because after this is Saridra, then Dawn Hung and Evernight, and then the final quest is Tomorrow Became Yesterday. So, yeah, we're very quickly burning through the rest of Amphorius. We're getting there. 4 million in first turn.
You're here, as always. You're still lingering, deep within me, never fading
Which
away.
means that at this point, Finan has about 48 million core flames. Assuming he's succeeded in getting all 12
Because you haven't
throughout each
completely
cycle.
abandoned hope. Am I right?
Keep in mind that all my calculations are operating under the assumption that Finan
You're
has
still
gotten all
waiting
12
for a
core
miracle.
flames
For
each
the
cycle,
true hero
each
to
time.
come and save us. If that thread of hope exists, it must come from beyond this world. From the true starry sky.
Yep, us.
If it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
Hi, Pookie.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge. So, never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
Around 4 million.
4 million. Exactly.
This is the 4 million first
And that
cycle.
blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever. Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. A destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass.
I mean, yeah, I know those are like tear marks, but this is hot.
And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames. I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years.
That's right. That's also something that happened in the last episode. It was completely confirmed that Finan, at some point, somehow, some way, will eventually become a Flame Reaver.
And when that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
Which is, not great.
No. I've the cycles going. Mind sharing it with me? In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Final to the end of the world. And then... then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started. Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
Yeah, that is kind of a legitimate risk there. What if the next finance says no?
How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles? If it were Professor Anaxa, Maraglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter.
But
unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Final. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path. Wait, you mean...
I kinda forgot.
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles, has there ever been an exception.
We're doing the cycle thing again. Around 9 million cycles until the end of the world. If the game actually made us go through all 3 million, 30 million cycles, or all 33 million whatever cycles, I'm pretty sure people would hate this game to no end. But yeah, if there's like 9 million cycles left, and that already means that he's gone through 21 million. Which means, at the very least,
I can do this, Lord Fine. The demigod of the sky. A healer of Twilight Courtyard.
the bare
I
minimum
will
would
heal
have
you.
is 252 million core flames at this point.
Consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod.
Which is a staggering amount. Looks like we're gonna be
an
forced to
end
buy
to
high
this suffering.
No, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Hyacinthia.
Alright. You'll bear the blazing sun until... See, we're on Hero, ignite that parental sun.
I swear, your deaths won't be in vain. Just as they have never been. The sun's work.
I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world.
Alright, looks like this is the last fight. So, yeah. Looks like we're gonna... There's a good chance we might be able to finish
Just
this,
to understand.
this quest line.
Within the sun upon your shoulders. Part of that warmth that should come from you. From an ordinary person. It's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
Even so, don't cast it away.
I never have. I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart. Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely, every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me. Over and over and over again.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind.
Very much. I just had to admit it.
But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you. Lord Kaslana. So that's how it is. Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it? The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation.
I need jelly beans. I need some sweets to cut the bitterness of this quest, because good gracious me. This quest is dark, this quest is sad.
Lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation. Then I suppose That makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer. Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight. I'm neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself. And then... may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog. Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers.
Well, that's new. Looks like we're able to trigger his burst immediately.
Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire.
Holy lag. Okay, there we go. Allied team is inflicted with the rod, because of course.
Fire. Burning.
We're gonna do this. So I can counter. And the blast. Bounce. Heal me some.
The sky merge with all this world's suffering. Hyacinthia.
Their sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever. From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world, and the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe, that being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun. Is this Amphorius's wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night. The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. An all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly. Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Amphorius. $33,550,337.
I know he stopped collecting core flames at like 200 million-ish, but if he kept going, at the very end of his cycle, he would have 402,604,044 core flames, which is insane to think about.
This is the cycle you're about to enter. Countless memories are flooding in.
Well, looks like he's finding it again.
Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice. They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle. And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth. I must go and bear this burden. I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction. Yes, that's always the decision you make. I will burn and fade away. I will become the flame reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene.
Just in case you didn't believe it the first couple times, there it is again.
I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30,000,000 lifetimes. Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too. Where are you going? You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go. Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person.
Is that us?
You finally found him.
It's us.
Friends.
Adorable little cat pet and all. I'm being pulled into your memories.
I see. You were there all along.
Seems like it.
I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it. No. You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Amphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent. It's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage, a vessel of hatred. I never had a choice. I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night. Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with. Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world? And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart. Do you still remember it? Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow. What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future. Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade. You arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero. If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions. And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
Yes. Let's do it.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world... I'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain.
I'll certainly try my best. And for the heck of it, we probably will just do the last quest in this series, just right here, right now. Just to kind of get it done.
It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
Gotcha. You can count on me. Let's both beat the deliverer, Finan.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light.
Jilligan's really good, by the way.
At the end of this long flame chase journey.
You're yummy.
Cyrene. A page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
let's see what the next part of the quest is. Because we fought Hyson, so that should be it for that portion. So we should be approaching the last of it, which is called Hero. What's it called? Yeah, Hero, sing that anthem of creation.
Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes. And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you, fuel you, until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
Okay then. I'm guessing just like that we return to the Trailblazers' point of view. For the next part. Holy. Hello. Alright. So Finan went through a magical girl transformation and just rose into the sky. Cool. Nice. Love that for us. Oh my gosh. I do not know how to react here. What just happened? That was an epic transformation, I'll give him that. Very, very dramatic, very, very fine. But holy. That happened.
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny. The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Islana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
I'll try my best, Finan. Hopefully I won't disappoint you.
Another attempt, another failure.
Great, it's you.
I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history. But I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th
Whoa, it's already...
ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity?
I'm digging through my favorite boxes that are like right by my feet. That's where I hear a bunch of clicking. The reason not is because you still exist, Lygus. We don't like you.
Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Finan. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are, The score: 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1. That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova.
It sounds like Finance never gonna let that score happen.
Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness? Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Assumedly none. Cutscene? Yep. Oh, I didn't hold long enough, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet. Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers. Divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured. 100,000th cycle. The destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage. Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing son of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything! Grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash! Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
across the shattered region, through the darkness, voices trailing fires, echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadow, softly turn it down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking a chain, I'm reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
However, does not miss when it comes to music. I know that's kind of a truth that we've all accepted by now, but I just wanted to say it myself. And also something tells me that that entire section is going to be muted. If this section ends up getting muted, 10 gifted.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived. You have stepped onto destruction's path. It is born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 496. It is a fury called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of vectors was incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon. As for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Apparently there's new stuff. Flame Chase Volume. Who's the 13th? Whatever. Flame Chaser's Path. Yeah, they're all here. Wait, no. Whoa. That's new. Holy, okay, M.exe? Sortal to you, don't worry, I was just thinking if to write a preface for a yearbook, it'd have to be so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering again and again, I like you still says yes because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Makes sense, right? I thought so too. That's right, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If the Trailblazer has got someone special, family, friend, or romance, muster your courage and express yourself freely. Still, isn't that a sign we're in sync? He always manages to appear before I'm ready. No need to overthink it, we've been traveling side by side for so long. That's why I want to capture every little moment we've shared without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. You remember all that? I've got a secret. Every now and then I've replayed all in my head. Besides, and it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in this book. Promise me this, only open it when I'm not around. If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up!
Ma'am?
You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place.
Seems like it.
Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important. That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole. After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now.
didn't you? Not surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets? Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you.
Okay, Rose Quartz Steven Universe, I see you.
I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here, but looking back, I still feel lucky. After all, across 30 million Cyrenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
So does that mean we're gonna show up? Huh?
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become part of you.
Okay.
Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together. All the way to the world's end.
Okay.
Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow. Go, find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay?
Okay.
No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend. May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves. And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
Well, the second we can move around again, we'll end stream. Because we've been going on for almost 3 hours, and last time I tried pushing it past 3 hours, I ended up super tired. While I love streaming, it is incredibly fun. I like everyone else have my limits. So yeah, the second we have bodily autonomy, I'm gonna go ahead and end. Because I think we're done with this quest line.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long
long overdue reunion.
Hello, Serenity. Okay, never mind. Looks like we're not done. Oh, nope, never mind. Before their deaths, time ferry me through ages. Yeah, that's all. Alrighty. And looks like we have some achievements to claim too. And so I'll do the as I've written stuff later. But yeah. I don't remember if this happened in the last episode or in between the episodes, but I finally got Luca. So now I have every 4-star in the game. Because after Penacony and Gallagher, we didn't get any more 4-stars. Sadly. Looks like that's it. Alrighty. Okay, looks like this is a good point to stop. Tonight we will be playing Pokemon Violet. We're gonna be starting the Indigo Plateau, part 2 of the Violet DLC, or the Scarlet and Violet DLC, and then tomorrow evening we will be starting the next Trailblazer quest. Yeah, before their deaths is the next one. And from what the poster is telling me, we're gonna be finally meeting Saridra. Yay! So, without further ado, I do believe it is time for us to part ways for a couple hours. Don't worry, I'll be back at 8:30. We'll play some Pokemon, take a bit of an emotional... Take words. We're gonna play some Pokemon tonight, take a bit of a rest from all the heartbreaking drama and gut-wrenching quests work. And we'll end up going right back into the heartbreaking gut-wrenching tomorrow night. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time out of your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transfer over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you haven't done so already, so we can fill those meters up, especially so I can play Persona 5, please. Please at least get the blue meter to 100, so I can start to play Persona, because I really want to. Small little reminder that those with Twitch Prime do have the lovely privilege of getting a free 1 month's subscription to a streamer of their choosing. So if you haven't used that with someone else, I encourage you to use that here. And as always, long live the rebellion.